Ladies and gentlemen, I don't stand here to claim to be the conservative alternative to Mitt Romney. I stand here to be the conservative alternative to Barack Obama.
That was former Pennsylvania Senator Rick Santorum in Missouri celebrating his win in a non-binding primary there. As the evening rolled on last night, we saw Rick Santorum win in Missouri, in Minnesota, and in Colorado, both of those two states where they had non-binding straw polls at their precinct-level caucuses. A very big night for Rick Santorum, his best so far. And helping us talk about that today are Ron Bonjean and Doug Thornell. But let's go to somebody who knows a lot about how Coloradans vote, and that is Congressman Tipton from the great state of Colorado, the Mile High State. Congressman, how are we doing today?
Great, Chris. Good to be with you.
Okay. All right. So did you caucus last night?
I had to be in Washington. We had votes going on last night, but we made sure we were represented at all of the caucuses in my district.
Now, do you have a dog in this fight? Have you endorsed somebody in this race?
You know, right now we're going to let the process work out. I'm in my own re-election campaign, and we will end up supporting whoever the Republican nominee is.
So it's complicated. That's you and many in your party are there right now. But let's talk a little bit about what drove the Colorado vote and drove the process. Mitt Romney had done very, very well in Colorado in 2008, got 60% of the vote, really rocked it out there. This time underperformed, finishing behind Santorum. Not casting virtue or vice on any of those involved, but what do you think drove this shift? Why did it turn out this way?
You know, I think there's still a lot of indecision. We've had a very combative process right now going through the primaries that we're seeing in the various states. And Colorado has actually a very unique program to where you've got the precinct caucuses. A lot of the people that are attending may be driven by county commissioners' races, sheriff's races, that will not extend on to the state process in terms of electing national delegates. So I still think that Colorado is probably up for grabs. Santorum did well last night, and certainly congratulate him, but I wouldn't count Romney out of that mix yet either.
So you represent a part of the you represent the western and southern part of the state, very rural, right. Very, very conservative. You represent some of the most conservative counties, some of the bright reddest counties in the country. When you talk to your constituents, when you talk to the folks who voted for you, what is it that they really want? What are they really looking for from your party's nominee?
You know, Chris, what our folks are looking for right now, it's throughout our district. It is about the economy. It is about jobs. It's about families that are struggling right now. They want to be able to have some certainty, confidence, and security for the future. So we're looking for candidates that are going to put forward ideas that are going to get this economy moving again. We think that the president has failed in terms of his agenda. We see the overriding debt that every family in my district understands is happening in Washington, and they want to see real accountability.
Okay, Congressman. So now, briefly on the general election, this is your state is crucial for President Obama. It's part of a Western strategy that he has to offset possible reversals in the East. Colorado, Nevada, New Mexico, they say maybe even Arizona, but certainly a Western strategy to help buttress their numbers. How do you see the fall race shaping up in Colorado?
You know, I think in Colorado we've had a very clear message of frustration in terms of the president's policies, in terms of the debt that we've accumulated. We've got an abundance of natural resources that we can responsibly develop to be able to get Americans back to work. If you look over in an adjoining state, the president's hesitancy to be able to go ahead and put forward Keystone. We've got to be able to get people back to work. I think that that will drive the election. I believe our nominee, what we're pushing in our district right now is getting our people back to work. And that will be determining how Colorado casts its vote, and I think it'll be going for the Republicans.
Okay, Congressman. Last question. President Obama is pretty effectively beating in the brains of your caucus, saying that you guys are nothing but a bunch of obstructionists who don't want people to refinance their loans, don't want tax breaks, that you are the caucus of no. Now, the pushback, you guys are trying to launch a pushback, get some traction on jobs, get some traction on other issues. But at the end of this month, the payroll tax holiday, the Social Security tax holiday, that resulted in that sort of meltdown at the end of last year expires again. There's a conference going on between representatives from the House and the Senate. What's going to happen there?
You know, I think we need to be able to provide some real certainty. As Republicans, we always stand for putting more money in the back pockets of the hardworking people of this country. And we've got to be able to pay for it. The people understand that. We hope that the president will join with us and stop playing politics, and let's put the people first for a change. Let's pay for it. Let's create that certainty and empower the American people with more of their dollars. That's going to be our caucus position, I believe, and we hope that the president will stand with us, because his idea of just saying no is no solutions from his side, and the debt, doubt, and despair that he has delivered is something that I don't believe is ultimately going to resonate with the American people. We've got to get our folks back to work.